Adding exponents. So multiplying variables, similar base, and add the exponents here. This is being raised to another power. So basically we're multiplying the amount of times it's going to be multiplied. And then I saw a 5 over 24 out there. And you could even simplify this further and say the 24th root of x to the 5th. And if I asked for you to simplify in radical form, that'd be one way to do it. This is a special case here that was brought to my attention a couple times. You know, just trying to distinguish what's happening with the negative sign, if there's a negative exponent. Okay, basically you're looking at this as if this entire term is negative. So if we look at it, now negative 5 brings our e to the 5th to the bottom, f6, g third. This remains negative. There really isn't any inverting that's happening with this negative symbol with your variables and exponents that you're working with. This is a good question here. I like this as a free response question where you're basically having to multiply and add, the division, subtract, and then raise to another power, and basically end up multiplying. So you have x to the 5th over x to the 7th, the 1/3. 5 minus 7 gives me an x to the negative 2 to the 1/3. I could also say it's giving me a 1 over x squared to the 1/3. Here I could say, okay, x negative 2 times 1/3 would give me an x to the negative 2/3. Negative 2 times 1, 1 times 3. And then I can take this x to the negative 2/3 and say it's a 1 over x to the 2/3. And then I can simplify even further and say 1 over cube root of x squared. That's a lovely question there. It's testing 4 skills. You know, it's showing your understanding of 4 different skills and your understanding of rules of exponents. Multiplying, I'm going to add. Dividing, I'm going to subtract. Raised to another power, I'm going to multiply. And then given a rational exponent, I'm going to be able to convert that into radical form. It's a wonderful question here. Any questions on any of this? Jordan?
So you had x to the 5th divided over x7. How did you get to 1 over x?
How did I get what?
How did you get to 1 over x?
Well, this is, when you subtract 5 minus 7, you get x to the negative 2, right? So you can say x to the negative 2 is also 1 over x squared. It's an inverse. So that's why we made it 1 over x squared. And then if you took the 1 over x squared and multiply it by 1/3, you would end up with 1 over x to the 2/3. Basically, you're skipping that part in which you had the x to the negative 2/3. You're skipping that part and you're going straight to here. At one point, you're taking the negative 2 and inverting it here. You're taking the negative exponent and taking it inverse, or you're taking the negative exponent here and taking it inverse. There's two